Greetings everyone, and welcome to part 2 of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Well, part 2 of Sonic's campaign, that is. And we are in Hydrocity Zone. And yeah, your typical water level. And it can be really fun if you know what you are doing here, that is. And even though I'm invincible, I can just run across spikes and kill enemies like that. I can still drown for whatever reason. Well, not anymore for a little while. Thankfully though, there are bubble shields throughout this entire stage, and if you find one and manage to hold on to it, well, you will never fear drowning. And take these guys for example. Those little pellet shots right there, they can actually bounce off the shield, and that's fun. Thank you, Trolling Springs. Oh, thank you very much. And of course, I have to act like an idiot and lose that bubble shield. Thank you, Pass Me. Thank you very much. Now I'm going to have to do this the hard way. Oy. You know, it's kind of weird playing through this level again after seeing all those Sonic shorts that feature this level. Like, take for example the recent Sonic short number 8. Yeah, they actually made it to 8, and it's finally out on YouTube. There's this one skit that has Sonic going through Hydrocity, and all the badniks were scared of him. And then at one point, Sonic was going for those hand grabby sections. You know what I mean, those kind of things. And then all of a sudden, the hand twists Sonic's neck, and he dies. So, yeah. Now, my question on that skit, if anyone saw that short, who was that guy at the end who took a whiz on Sonic's dead body? Yeah, that happened. He took a whiz on Sonic's dead corpse. So, who was that guy in the first place? I don't recognize him at all. Audience? Would you know? Okay. Anyway, back to the game at hand. Now, you may have noticed that during this level, Tails was actually swimming. Yes, in this game, Tails has a few new abilities. Well, he can fly. Well, duh. But you can fly for a good long while. And I don't believe Tails can fly in the Sonic the Hedgehog 2, so that's nice. And in this game, Tails has the ability to swim, like so, right here. And I feel it gives Tails his own sense of individuality, as it were. I mean, he can still spin dash, he can still jump into enemies like Sonic, but having the ability to fly and swim, it makes him stand out just a little bit, you know what I mean? Anyway, go over here to the left, and oh look, hello there, special stage number 5? Yeah, 5, and which means I will be getting Chaos Emerald number 5. And yeah, and did I tell you that this video will just be Hydrocity? Well, yeah, I just told you this video will just be Hydrocity, and this is why I'm getting more Chaos Emeralds in this stage. But I won't get all the Chaos Emeralds. Yep, I will only get 2 in this stage. But these stages, these special stages, can get a little bit ridiculous if, you aren't paying attention to your surroundings. I mean, you can hit one of those white star balls to bounce you into a red ball, and game over. Well, in terms of getting a Chaos Emerald, that is. Now, I've done some research on this, and apparently you can get all 7 emeralds as early as Hydrocity if you know exactly where to look for the giant rings. I hear it's possible. And I'm sure speedrunners or people who want to get the Chaos Emerald sections out of the way quickly enough, well, somehow figured out a way to get to them, get all the Chaos Emeralds, and have Supersonic by the end of Hydrocity. So, yeah. Ugh. I hope you folks didn't eat anything earlier on, because I'm getting a little queasy here. Regardless, we have gotten Chaos Emerald number 5. Great. Yay. Hey, you know what I should do during this playthrough? The instruction manual has a brief description of these zones, so I'm going to go ahead and start by going back to Angel Islands, even though I've just finished Angel Island zones a video ago. So let's start with that. Alright. But beforehand, we have a mini-boss. And this thing is pretty easy, in my opinion. All it does is, well, for one, it'll try to ram into Sonic, and you can just jump over it like that. Jump over it, no problem. Or you can spin dash if you feel daring. And once it stops here, just hit it, and hit it until, well, it dies. So, it's a washing machine boss, huh? You know, Sonic has been getting a little dirty from all that spin dashing. He could use a little touch-up, maybe throw in a little Tide and fabric softener. Liquid fabric softener, why not? Come out all spring cleaning, all that stuff. Feels good, right? Alright. Now, I know what this section is all about, but for some reason I screw up royally here. Now, you may notice that I almost get crushed a few times, but yeah, I'm going to get crushed real here, folks. Thankfully, though, up ahead is an extra life, which well, kind of saved me here. Well, screw it, it didn't save me here because I got crushed, but I didn't lose a lot. Whoa. That's screw it, I died. I got crushed. Blech. But thankfully, though, the extra life does actually respawn here. Thanks, game. It's like the game knows that you're going to screw up and, well, die. Usually don't die here, and oh, well, nicely placed spring level, nicely placed spring. Okay, alright, back to the whole description of the zones. Alright, let's start with Angel Island Zone, even though I just played it a video ago, excuse me. Alright, it says here that, welcome to the floating island. Things will really heat up once Dr. Robotnik sets fire to this area of the island. Beware of the flying battery blimp. Yeah, could have used that a video or so ago. It's a bit late for that. I believe that zone's burnt to a crisp. Oh, yeah. And this is from Knuckles' new buddy, Dr. Robotnik. Okay, so what does the instruction manual say about Hydrocity? Keep Sonic's lungs filled with air as you explore the underwater regions of the island. Good to know. Good to know. Oh. Okay, now, here's the thing that I've realized about this game. 5 of the 6 Sonic 3 zones, I'm talking strictly the Sonic 3 zones, have water in some capacity. The only zone that doesn't is Marble Garden. So, what's this deal with water? I don't really know. And as far as I'm aware, none of these Sonic and Knuckles levels have water in them. So, okay. I got nothing. But I do have to say, Hydrocity has awesome music, especially the whole Act 2 version of it, in my opinion. Oh man, I could have used that, See, the enemy placement, well, if you're not careful, can really screw you over. It can really cost you a bunch of rings and whatnot. And, you know, if you time your speed correctly, you can actually reach the higher places of, well, the levels. But in this case, I kind of wanted to stay down here because, as you can see here, we have another giant ring, which means it's time for Chaos Emerald number 6. You know, looking back on this, I kind of miss Blue Spear, you know. I kind of miss having this kind of special stage to get the Chaos Emeralds. Nowadays, it's just half pipes and a rehash of Sonic 1's gimmick in Sonic 4 Episode 1. And, I want Blue Sphere back. I mean, I'm sure if there's another 2D Sonic game, which I don't know if and when that'll happen, please bring back Blue Sphere, Sega. Come on, it was actually fun. I mean, it can be a little frustrating, but fun. And, yeah. Something I forgot to mention in the last video, while going through these special stages, if you manage to get 50 rings in a special stage, you will earn a continue. Now, to be fair, I have never used a continue during Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but of course this game has a save file, so why would you need a continue? But it wouldn't hurt to be prepared, you know, just in case things go wrong. Woo! Thank God for that double jump technique in the special stages, or else I would have been screwed. And hello, Chaos Emerald number 6. Oh, goody. You know, seeing these emeralds now after seeing their modern incarnation, it looks weird having them in a octagonal shape, as it were. I think it's an octagon instead of your standard diamond shape as they appear today. Ah, classic Sonic. Alright, so back to this whole level design thing I was talking about a little earlier. If you do well enough in a level, and you can go to higher areas, go different pathways that are seemingly easier, but at the same time, if you screw up, you have to work a little harder just to get back on track, as it were. Like here, for example, I have to get on these cylinder things and ride them upward while trying to avoid getting hit by spikes and risking crushed by said cylinder things, so yeah. And this will not be the last time I will encounter such a thing. Ugh. You know, this level does look kind of fun with all the water slides everywhere. You know, I bet you Knuckles on his free time, you know, when he's not guarding the Master Emerald. Oops, sorry there. Usually he goes down to Hydrocity, plays on the water slides, you know. He probably has his own little, those tubes, you know, those little inner tubes. Rides down, probably goes belly first or something, or belly downward or something. I can see Knuckles doing that on his off time. But then, of course, Robotnik would probably use the opportunity to steal the Master Emerald. Sorry again, folks. And see, I could have gone the upper pathway, but nope, I have to risk going underwater. But thankfully, well, it didn't last long, did it, folks? Now, I do have to say, I do like this sprite for Sonic right here. I mean, it's obviously different than his Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 incarnation, but I like this one. It has a more darker tone and has a slightly more serious look to the tone, but, I mean, your mileage may vary here. And thanks to good old Knucklehead, well, here we are at the boss battle. Now, right here, coming up is an interesting glitch. When we hear the drowning music, if you get out immediately, the music will switch to the, well, mid-boss theme, like right here, for example. It's weird. Anyway, Eggman will lower downward, try to suck you into his whirlpool. You can get a couple of hits off him there. And there will be that little bit of water left over from that whirlpool, which you can jump up to, well, get another hit. And you can also get a hit off Eggman by the bombs. If you jump over a bomb just as it explodes, there we go. Well, you can get Sonic into the air, and you can get some hits off Eggman that way. So there's that. Just like that. And dead. Well, not dead, because we have to face him again. Run, bunnies! Bunnies and seals. Thank God you can hop, or else you can drown, or else you'll drown. All right, folks. I will see you guys in part 3.